I'm sure you all know this, but if cricket is being played somewhere, or being spoken about somewhere, or planned somewhere, not far behind that game, or that conversation, or that whiteboard, will be a man called Darshak Mehta. Now, if you don't know him, I don't know where you've been. He works absolutely tirelessly. He drives us all mad on the board, and we totally love him for it. He runs his meetings with some sort of military precision that I haven't seen anywhere else before, and I think he's a really inspired choice as the chairman of the Chappell Foundation. Would you please make Darshak welcome?
Ladies and gentlemen, in the first test match of 1903, the Ashes series, Englishman R.E. Foster scored 287. It was the highest score by a test debutant. It is still the highest score by a test debutant, and it was made on this very ground against us, Australia. And you'll have to excuse me, most people who know me know I've got very copious lacrimal glands, so I cry for no rhyme or reason. So just tolerate that, it's just the nature of this beast. Anyway, when our board planned this dinner, I thought if we could get 182 people to attend, it would be magic. Greg's last innings was 182. Right here. But we effortlessly went past that, sailed past Foster's 287, then we went past Bradman's 304, Cowper's 307, Simpson's 311, Pupp's 329, Tubby's 334, Hutton's 364, Sobers' 365, Lara's 375, Hayden's 380, Lara's 400. And I'm delighted to tell you that we are 450 on debut tonight. And though our board is chuffed, we are most humbled by your astonishing support and your ridiculous generosity. So thank you. Now comes the hard part. We owe this number primarily to the divine John McMurtry. He went out on a limb and persuaded a lot of you to come here for our wonderful cause, and hopefully a fantastic evening hearing that man who God kissed and sent to earth to bowl. John has been our friend, philosopher, guide, and sugar daddy. We are deeply in his debt. He is the dream benefactor and never wants anything in return, least of all cloying words. Thank you ever so much, John. And the Chappells want to publicly present you with a personal memento. Ian, Trevor. I have a love-hate relationship with Greg Chappell. I love him, he hates me. His wife Judy probably hates me even more. as I have been hounding him 9 times a day for the past 3 weeks in the lead up to this event. Not once has Greg lost his cool or declined to help when asked. Not once. And his strike rate is far superior to his test average of 53.86. I am simply in awe of him, his commitment to make a difference, and his dedication. We are a most unique, though not very modest, charity. We have no employees, no office, no expenses, nobody spruiking PR bullshit except me. So whatever we raise goes to our intended beneficiaries. And while I'm on backtrack, can I also welcome Adam Marshall, the Member of Parliament for Armadale. Welcome, Adam. Now, despite being a ghost charity, we have the support of 11 of Australia's biggest names who are our patrons. These are not stars, they are quasars. What we will do is we will raise funds for organizations such as Backtrack, which are at the forefront in tackling youth homelessness. We will assess and monitor how your funds are utilized and exploit the considerable advocacy skills of our directors and patrons to shine a torch on Australia's second greatest shame after the disgraceful gulags of Manus and Nauru. The burgeoning of homelessness, particularly youth homelessness. We will not wring our hands and stand by idly. We will roll up our sleeves and do our damnedest to make a difference. And I'm very happy to announce today that as a consequence of today's very successful event, we will be donating a further $100,000 to Backtrack. My board have been most supportive, and I wish to single out Lynn O'Brien, who, despite a couple of strokes and heart attacks, has put in tremendous hard yakka. Much appreciated. To have the wisdom of Malcolm Knox and the flair of Tracy Holmes on our board is absolutely fantastic. They give us instant street cred. As does Lisa Stalekar, as does Ralph Hobbs and Veera Pool, who have all contributed enormously whenever asked. Our honorary treasurer, Gordon Davis, has been a diligent, competent, and reassuring presence, working unobtrusively, even whilst on holidays in France with all our money. Arjun Dheer and Sophie Hobbs have been amazing in their almost full-time volunteering roles. My sincere thanks to all of them. And also to Melissa Cahill and Stacey Garlick, who have been terrific in garnering the numbers for tonight and have supported us with great proficiency. Now, Peter Lawler, the chief cricket writer of The Australian, who is somewhere here, is an anarchist. He got us going by running the City to Surf for us and raising, what was it, $7,000 more? In last August. That was our first fundraiser. Then Belinda Clark and her team from Cricket Australia ran in the Melbourne Marathon Festival, raising over $8,000 in October. Bhavin Raval of BAPS organized a walkathon, raised $5,000 in November. And last month, one man single-handedly raised over $50,000 for us, organizing just one event. I want him to stand up. Peter Maloney. Peter organized the Maloney's long lunch in Canberra, which strangely I missed. And his enterprising initiative will help us immeasurably. So a huge thank you from our board, Peter. Thank you. Three weeks ago, my wife and I were in Tunisia, and a learned guide enlightened us about Carthage, Roman history, etc. A term he used, pecunia non olet, captured me hopelessly, and I'll come back to it in a minute. Circa 70 AD, the Roman Emperor Vespasian imposed a urine tax, and when his son questioned it, he told his son Titus, saying, pecunia non olet. Titus thought this was disgusting. Pecunia non olet means money does not stink. And what is the connection? I'm getting there. We are prepared to assuage your Catholic guilt. Most of you have paid nothing to come here. Some of you have paid $800 for a ticket tonight. Others have paid $500 a ticket tonight. And some have paid $275 a ticket. Now, your companies or your mates may have paid for you, but I know who you are. I know where you work, and I know where you live. I can easily find that out. So just empty your wallets, fill out the pledge forms on the table, and feel at liberty to donate or pay ridiculous prices for stuff you do not need. Pecunia non olet. And finally, I have a spy camera watching all over the Indians in this room, as I know what they are thinking. Brothers, you are not going to get off easy. I will be watching you like a hawk, and personally tallying the take from your tables and calling in next week with some Pathans.